In 1986, this is the book that began my fascination with squadron signal publications. Imagine, if you will, State College, Pennsylvania, spring of 1986, in a now defunct chain store of booksellers known as B. Dalton Booksellers. And I was looking around for large picture books of airplanes, which I've always loved, and I happened to see this one. And what was very attractive about it initially was not the cover art by Lou Drendel, but it was the fact that it was $4.99, and I had $5 buying a hole in my pocket. And if I wanted to get the Robert Palmer Addicted to Love cassette, that was going to be about $7.50. So I went with this book, and that got me hooked. And so led to this obsession over the years with squadron signal books and collecting them. So this was number one on my hit parade, the SR-71 Blackbird in Action, Squadron Signal Publications. There you go. There is the skunk of the Lockheed Skunk Works, legendary Lockheed Skunk Works. Lou Drendel handled the whole thing. He handled the text, and he handled the illustrations and the color reproductions in this one. Here we have the squadron signal description of the front cover right here, 80,000 feet, Mach 3 plus, and the copyright is 1982. Aircraft number 55 is what this volume is. And then it spends a lot of time in this book discussing the A-12 variants, the original predecessor of the SR-71. Some on the YF-12, which again was kind of a follow-on to the A-12, which was developed for the CIA. And the YF-12 was messed around as a possible interceptor. Here you see a planform view right there. Which, of course, in 1964, it finally evolved into the SR-71, announced by Lyndon Johnson as the SR-71 after being initially known as the RS-71. So here we have good old planform view, but here's the center A-12 right here. Some of the squadron flashes and patches in the center. I think I blew by the picture of Kelly Johnson, the designer of the SR-71, amongst other legendary American aircraft, mostly military. And there you have it. SR-71 Blackbird in action. Squadron signal aircraft number 55. The first one that I ever got. And let's remember that this thing was designed with slide rules and graph paper in the 1950s. So thank you, Kelly Johnson. Thank you, Lockheed. Thank you, CIA. And thank you, NASA. NASA for continuing to fly this thing. It's on and off again. Sometimes it flies, and a lot of times it doesn't, but officially retired in about 1989. Hope you enjoyed this one, because I sure did.